We are Aaron and Brandy Pierce, and this is our PCH story.
March 27th, 2019 was a normal day at school. Payton, 5 years old, and as she was running to the van, she slipped and fell. I saw some blood there by her ear, and I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and have her checked out. She might need some stitches. The doctor came back and told me that, in fact, she had a skull fracture and a brain bleed, and that they would be immediately transferring her to Phoenix Children's Hospital, that the ambulance was already on its way.
Traumatic brain injury, or TBI, is the leading cause of death and disability in children. That fracture went across a small blood vessel that was bleeding inside the head. And with that, a blood clot was getting larger and larger, unbeknownst to the family.
As we pulled into PCH, immediately a team comes out and meets us and is like, "You're Payton's mom, right?" And I said yes, and I was shocked that she knew right away who I was. And she said, "We already have all of her scans. Let's take you back over here."
So I walk in, I see my wife, my daughter in this room full of medical staff, and my heart sinks.
The way her brain was bleeding, it moved her brain 7 millimeters off of its axis. And that's when they came out and told us she needs to go into emergency brain surgery.
We were able to get her to surgery in order to remove the blood clot and stop the bleeding. Following that blood clot, there was brain swelling, and there was the potential that she could have what we call a catastrophic secondary injury. In those instances, that can lead to now worsened injury within the brain. This
is how we saw Payton for the first time. I actually don't even look at this picture that often because it's hard. Like, it's hard to, it was so hard to see her like that. Like, I remember us just breaking down in tears. When she woke up, she mutters the words, "Daddy, I fell." Like 12, 13 days later, that was her first memory. It's like, "Daddy, I fell." And I was just like, "I know, baby. I know you did, but you're okay."
We knew that she remembered everything that happened before the accident, but taking in new information, it wasn't sticking. And so when we went to inpatient rehab, we knew that that was where the work was gonna start for her, between what was done in surgery to the care that she got in the ICU to the work that she did with the therapists for inpatient and outpatient rehab, brought her to a place of not needing any accommodations in school and being able to play soccer.
God used science through this medical staff at PCH to work a miracle for our daughter to be healed.
If you didn't know, you could never tell. If you didn't know what she had been through, you could never tell